week. We're seeing Bitcoin almost hitting about 50K. We got SHNT's ecosystem about to go live. We got Merlin Chain doing its thing. What can I say, man? Life is freaking good. It's a really good time to be a subscriber of the channel. You know, it's a really good time to be in the space, ordinal space, BRC20 space, Bitcoin layer 2, just Bitcoin DeFi as a whole. If you are, here, then good for you, man. You are in the right place at the right time. Because later on in the year, when others are trying to catch up to the possibilities of what Bitcoin could do, you guys already got yourself situated, you got your certain bags, and you're going to do just fine. Let them catch up to you. That's the name of the game. Let the rest of the people catch up to you, okay? And that's what we're doing. And what's up, guys? Do drop your comments, your likes, everything. I got a huge announcement I want to drop here for the people, so we'll wait for more cast to come in, and we will drop that announcement. Okay, guys, very fortunate to have this opportunity with each and every single one of y'all. How you guys doing today? Let me know. How you guys digging the content? You know how we do it. We just come with facts. We just come with reality, and we don't hold back. It is called Francis doing Uncensored for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And now the Discord chat just updated. Do smash the like buttons, guys. We do have a very special announcement for you guys. Once again, we feel fortunate that how this is even possible with all the hype surrounding Merlin Chain. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the better side chains, soon to be L2, however you want to say it. Now, let's just put it like this. In YouTube's algorithm, if you say it's side chain, it's not going to understand what that is. It knows what layer 2 is, so that's why we pretty much label it as that. But technically, it is a side chain. But it will proliferate. Do smash the like buttons before we get started, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, if you're not following me on Twitter, you want to go ahead and do that, because we are giving away 0.01 MBTC, which is crazy. Dude, who do you know gives away 0.01 Bitcoin like if it's freaking 10 bucks? You know, that's what we're doing on over there. I think we crossed about 19,000 followers. I hope some of that is like might be some bots. We did get some airdrops, I'll be dead honest with you all, so I don't know if that was bots or not, but should be pretty organic. But nonetheless, we're giving away 0.01 MBTC. That is the Merlin Chain Bitcoin. Get a MetaMask wallet and go and drop a comment on that particular tweet that I released yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, we are unfazed. We're going 100 miles on the highway, and all we see on the left there is in the rearview mirror, haters getting smaller and smaller, and we're like, zoom, zoom. We didn't even notice. So that's the type of tip we're on today, guys. Okay, so let me get right to it. I know it's bright, it's early. It's about 9 a.m. or 8:59 a.m. to be precise here in Toronto. I don't know what part of the world you guys are from, and I do come with these random live streams. Now, this Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important to note, we will be having Jeff on the show, Merlin Chain's founder. We're very excited about this. Merlin Chain has taken the entire ecosystem by storm, and it is the hottest topic for all the right reasons. And we're very fortunate that when I reached out to him, he was able to make time out of his busy schedule. That guy's doing spaces. He's on Cointelegraph. He's on Decrypt. He is everywhere, bro. Just put in Merlin Chain Bitcoin on Google. You're going to see what I'm talking about. So we do have him, the main man himself, the top dog. Everybody wants to get them some Jeff right now, and I'm very pleased to let you guys know that how we do have him. So, with that being said, we would love to hear your questions, what you want us to ask him. You don't have to leave that, well, you could drop that here too if you want, but in the live chat. But definitely, drop that on the comment section here, and also, if you're in our lobby chat in Telegram, let Devis know what questions you would like to get answered. And I'd love to ask that on your behalf. Once again, for the people who are now joining, we will be sitting down with Jeff, the founder of Merlin Chain, this Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, guys, very exciting stuff. I got some questions of my own, and I'm sure you guys got some of yours as well. And if you ever want to find out something, it's best to always hear it from the person themselves, not from anyone else, but from the horse's mouth. That way, you're going to get the most accurate, up-to-date, and firm information. There's a lot of speculation out there, a lot of detectives out there, a lot of fucking FUD out there, and we just want to squash the FUD. You guys need to understand this individual has proven himself with the BRC 420 standard, and that's making people get a little paranoid. That's making people get a little a little, you know, not so confident in their own value proposition, if you know what I'm saying. And we covered that in a video that I uploaded that had a lot of people shook, pretty much. You know, guys, I want to also tell you guys, now this is going to be my 7th year, in crypto, which is crazy. I know, I'm getting freaking old, as you can tell, gray hair and bald and all that kind of shit. And I've seen a lot of projects. I've seen a lot of CEOs. I've seen a lot of developers. I've seen a lot of communities cling on to these type of projects. And, you know, they've come and gone. But who's still here out here with his first and last name? It's me. Trust me, man. I've seen this story play itself reruns after reruns after reruns, bro. 7 years, dog, full time. This is all I know. I sleep, breathe, and shit fucking crypto. This is all I know. This is the game. This is what I do best, right? And that's a lot of experience. Like, we all know this. Like, 1 month in crypto is fucking long. When I say long, like, there's so much that takes place, right? Imagine 7 years, bro. So all I'm saying is, man, everybody who's just loving people and doing this and saying that, it's like almost like you just met a girl for the first time and you're in love. But let me tell you, 2-3 years down the road, bro, that girl ain't even fucking around anymore, and you're left there hanging with your fucking dead flowers. So that's all we're saying. I'm not saying like that's the case for everyone, but, you know, in my experience, I've seen a lot of people fall in love real too quick, too soon. So we'll leave it at that. That's why you never be a fanboy. Be a fanboy for your family and take care of them first. Take your damn profits and don't get too attached to anything. And that's the truth. You know, I keep telling you guys, I'm like y'all. I'm just like y'all. I just go live. You know what I'm saying? For the people who are joining, we are going to be sitting down with Jeff, the founder of Merlin Chain, this Wednesday at 11 a.m. Do come join us. You know, the good, the bad, or the ugly, we don't give a fuck. It's called Uncensored for a reason. I'm going to be asking some of my questions too. So, you know, all the haters, all the lovers, and all the in-betweeners, we invite you. We welcome you. Let's talk about it, you know. I just spent a lot of money on my studio. So, as you guys know, I got fucking 8K cameras, bro. You know, not even 4K. I be fucking doing my shit in 8K. You think I got time for a fucking space? Please. Spend $120,000 on my studio, bro. I got to utilize that shit. You know, and I like, you know, I think when you do a live stream interview, you can pick up on certain things, right? The viewers feel a lot more part of it. You could get some visuals and body language. That's very important in my humble opinion. And I will get to the chat very shortly, guys, okay? So that's what we got going on over there. We're very excited for that. So God bless Jeff, and thank you for making the time to come onto the program, you know? The Smart Money channel. The real shit. This is where the real shit's at. Do smash the like buttons, guys. Appreciate that. Now, before I get to the chat, let's talk about some other matters at hand. Let's first talk about the Sats Hunters ecosystem, please. Now, we've taken a break off from that, you know, and, you know, the Jubilee upgrade happened, so we need to fix certain indexers and things. And, you know, that was the reason behind that. And it also offered us some more options and functionality that we can incorporate within our ecosystem and our tool. Now, I want to give you guys a little bit of context to this, right, and insights to where we were coming from. So as you all know, and maybe you don't know, but let me enlighten you and educate you. Now, you know, the channel here, and I bring this up not to make myself look good, but I bring this up to give you the history behind it. Now, this channel was literally the first channel to actually educate the masses on and onboarding people onto BRC20s. We really were. I'm not saying this to flex. I'm saying this to give you context. You know, and that's well documented. The beautiful thing about, you know, YouTube is it's all there, right? The receipts are there. It's documented. So, you know, when we minted this, you know, when the team and the community, you know, we decided to deploy this token, you know, the whole the BRC20, SHNT, and the ordinal Sats Hunters, we didn't want to fall down the same line of being like Ethereum NFTs and having people just holding empty bags of nothing, meaningless things, right? And I get it. Like, to actually make a true functionality within a BRC20 token, it's hard because you don't have automation, you don't got smart contracts, but that's also a good thing, because it's governed by the same laws of Bitcoin is, right? Because it's wrapped up with a bunch of Satoshis, and, you know, it's you know, it's first come, first serve. There's no team tokens. The values, it restores the values of Bitcoin, and it's governed by the same consensus mechanism as Bitcoin. You're never ever going to hear about a BRC20 token being hacked. See what I'm saying? So that really resonated with us. But furthermore, that wasn't enough. And we started off by telling everybody that how we're going to make this with utility. We really want a utility, and that may sound boring, but it's not boring, because what? Let me take off my sunglasses for this. my $1,200 sunglasses for this. So why this is important is because what people don't understand is when you are investing into something that may have great tech, okay, cool, that may want to do X, Y, and Z, okay, cool, you don't own shares in that company. Number one, this is not the stock market, right? You're not a shareholder. You are a bag holder. And your bags goes as far as the value of that token. And the value of that token entails what does it do? What could it do for you on your day-to-day basis? Now, this is how it works. So a lot of people coming into this space think they are investors when they're not shareholders. That's what an investor is. You are a bag holder of tokens. You are a community member of a token that should do something for you. Any smart person will tell you this. And I know a lot of people just go into crypto, and I may come across a bit blunt, but you need to stop your busy life, going to work every fucking day, right? And like, you don't even have time to sit down and take a moment and use the only tool that you have, which is your brain. I want you to use your tool that you have, that God gave you, okay? For a second, use your brain. Don't blow wherever the wind blows and what's popular and what everybody says. That's not you using your brain. The fact of the matter is the reason why I'm able to live this life to how I live, buying whatever the fuck I want, doing whatever the fuck I do, is because I use my brain and I know the game that I'm playing. And I tell my people like it is. Now, you are not owning a piece of that technology. You're not a shareholder. So once we understand that you need to create something or get into something that does something for you from that value proposition standpoint, the tech has nothing to do with the token in most cases. See what I'm saying? Right? That's a fact. So we started off with creating this value and utility for users, actually caring about the end user, okay? And how do we do that? Well, if I could save you Satoshis and I could save you Bitcoin, to me, that's one of the most powerful things ever, right? So, you know, and furthermore, you know, we looked into what we think was going to be here, like moving forward, long lasting. That wasn't just going to be a hype thing, a hype train. And that to me certainly stood out as the rare sats. Now, we started off as a rare sats on protocol, but then it evolved into all these other things. We added this, we added that, we added this, we added that. So much so where a good idea ended up being a great idea, and then a great idea almost ended up being a bad idea, and things almost got derailed. But thank God, this is when I had to take time off of, you know, camera to fix things and spend more time with the dev, and we resurrected and really made it happen to be the first public inscription tool to offer, you know, the full suit. The whole rare sats, the whole BRC20s, we're going to support runes when it comes out, you know, text files, you know, your own ordinal collection. We're the first public inscription tool to allow you to inscribe and give utility to BRC20 tokens who couldn't even come up with their own utility. So we decided to do it for them. And you guys are going to see what we mean. You know, the first ordinal, right, to actually give you, you know, 0 fees on all your inscriptions across the board. And we all know, anybody who's watching this right now, who's been in this space knows, at some point you're going to have to inscribe, right? So my point is, we're trying to give real value to the end user, right? And if you're investing into a big technology, whatever that is, whether that's an indexer, whether that's a fucking, I don't know what, whatever else is out there, you better make sure that you don't misconstrue the two things with the other, of the technology being the token and the token being the tech, because it's not, right? In most cases, the company are the ones who are making the money, and they're piggybacking off of you. In most cases, you are a useful slave, is what you are. To pump this token, they get it, they could sell some profits and go invest into other things. I've seen this, man, dude, honestly, over half a decade here, okay? If you guys want to go and listen and believe into other people you just met last year, who don't show their face, who got no first name, last name out there, go ahead. You will be disappointed in the end, that's all. I'm not saying all people like that are you know, who are Aenons are going to be like that, but all I'm saying is, what are you really going off of, bro? What are you really going off of? You know what I'm saying? You're going to learn the hard way, that's all, and that's fine. Sometimes people need to learn the hard way, okay? So you're being manipulated in most cases, and that's my point, right? Now, when you look at a project like ours, who actually is looking out for you, okay, you need to really respect that. So now, okay, we touched up on those things. We actually did something in a way that automates these tokens to actually be streamlined as well. In a way where it's almost like Ethereum, where you don't really have to do much of the heavy lifting, and, you know, You know, we created along the way, again, this whole mechanism where you don't have to wait for a transfer inscription to arrive in your wallet to make these transfers or even these payments, which is crazy in itself. You know, so, you know, that ball ache of creating a transfer inscription on your own is out the way. And we believe that how it's going to be extremely beneficial for everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? So we got that going on over there, man. And we're just very excited that it's almost here. And we think people are going to love it. And I think last month when we started to showcase this, that was a telltale sign of things to come. The token started to pop. And keep in mind, too, we're going to be burning the supply, right? You know, every single time we get a payment, 75% of the supply is going to be burnt. So you have a deflationary aspect behind it. You have this whole sort of like game theory behind it. We're really looking out for the end user, man. You know, and when you really look at it, and I'll make this debate. I'll sit down with anybody and talk. There's not one BRC20 token out there that does what we do from a utility functionality standpoint. Why does that matter? Because you are worth, your bags is worth as much as it could take you with its utility. What does it do for you on a day-to-day basis for your ordinal journey? Well, our token, the Sats Hunters token, the SHNT token, is going to save you Bitcoin or putting Bitcoin back into your pockets. That's one of the most valuable thing ever out there. Who gives a shit about the tech if it doesn't do nothing for you on your token, man? You're only pumping the freaking, you're making the shareholders' bags go up, right? Like these pre-sales that they go to these investment firms, they're the ones getting shares, not you. You're getting tokens, brother. Wake up and smell the fucking coffee. You guys don't understand investing, man. This is what I'm trying to tell you people. So go ahead and do your thing. Think you know it. You don't know shit. Have you made millions of dollars? Probably not. Because then if you did, you would understand this point. I wouldn't have to be trying to explain this to you. Okay, and there's a lot more to talk about when it comes to this, right? So for the people who are asking, if you go to Unisat, people are asking where to get it. You can go there now. It's SHNT, Unisat, BRC20 token. It's right there. You know, as I said, we've taken our foot off the gas and we've been focusing on other things, the Bitcoin layer 2s, and we're about to go back to that content and just watch. When people actually use it, they'll see what we're talking about. Right? And again, when Runes comes, guys, and that's going to come, do smash the like button. I appreciate you guys appreciating the damn truth. You know, people they don't appreciate the brutal, honest truth. And this is the brutal, honest truth. So cool. Now let's talk about something else before I get to it. And again, you know, might ruffle some feathers, but like for me personally, guys, like I speak the truth 360 degrees. I'm not out there to try to benefit me. I'm not out here trying to talk against myself. I have to be a realist and call it down the middle. I just have to. Because again, when you're talking about money and you're putting in your Bitcoin, you're putting in your USDT, you're doing all these things with fucking assets, bro. If you're not true to yourself, bro, whether that's for you or against you, you're never going to win in this space. You're just not going to win because you're not a realist. Right? Cool. Before I get to my last point here, I'll come to the chat. So again, let's talk about the TRAC thing, okay? And why I brought that up. Now, I've had dealings with this team in this very car, on this very phone, in this very spot, on a Google call, you know, on one occasion. That team reached out to me. Okay, I have to say this. There's a guy that's part of the team that's a very good human being. That's a very nice, you know, individual that means well. But unfortunately for him, I keep telling him, bro, you're just a useful slave to them. You're a useful slave to them. Get out of that fucking team. That's all I'm telling him, right? I think there's a perception, there's a reputation of what this guy's trying to do. Benny the Devil. Not Benny the Dev, Benny the Devil. There's a reputation out there. Maybe he means well, maybe he doesn't. But at the end of the day, right, you know, calling out a Merlin Chain as, you know, the rug comes next. And, you know, all of these, you know, gray clouds around the, you know, the project coming from his mouth. That should not be said from somebody like that, who is somewhat respected by off of reputation. Because, again, when you talk about this decentralized indexer, I would love to know where it is. I would love to use it. Somebody showed a link, but it's an actual pair node. And as a matter of fact, the indexer, from what I understand, does exist, but it's centralized and it's only controlled by the team. So it's not a decentralized indexer. And I don't give a shit whose feelings I hurt. Again, even if it was there, what does that got to do with you and the token? Going back to my point, you're not a shareholder. They are now contacting, and literally they told me this, guys. Okay, but before I get to there, so last year in early January, March, April, May, they tried to contact me. They sat down. This was a nice guy. This is the same guy who told me I put him onto BRC20 tokens. He made a blog post about me on Block Runner, and he was thanking me for this. And he's a very good guy, and I actually like him a lot. But it's unfortunate he's tied up with these people. And what they were doing is gathering a lot of small-time influencers to come and chill for them, okay? And I just wasn't part of it. Like, I'm not into that kind of stuff. If I'm going to talk about something, I'm going to organically like it. Cool. Moving on now, you know, so a couple months went by. Then I started to do my own thing. We took a break. We came back. They hit me up again. And they hit me up with the TAP pre-sale. Okay? The TAP pre-sale is about $4.2 million they're raising, whatever it is. Is that public knowledge? I don't know. I don't care. That's not the point. My point is, when you're trying to incentivize someone, first they try to just organically, you know, meet up with me to just talk about the project. Didn't really give a shit. I have my own thing going on. I ain't gonna talk about some other guy's stuff when I got my own stuff going on. I'm not this fucking KOL. I don't give a shit about that stuff, right? If I like it generally, I'll talk about it. You know, like I'm talking about Merlin Chain. So then now they're like, all right, let's try to throw a pre-sale opportunity at him, which was TAP. Didn't like the vesting. It was like a 15-month fucking vesting period. It's $4.2 million raise. Didn't agree with the valuation too going into it. And that's another way of throwing something at you to say, hey, look, well, if he doesn't want to talk about it like that, let's give him, let's incentivizing with a pre-sale, you know, opportunity, which is getting at the early price. Couldn't get my community in either. So I couldn't sit well with that. Now, you know, my point is, they're trying to get me on this bandwagon to talk about TAP, to talk about TRAC in the wrong ways. So I said, fuck that. Okay, cool. So now, about 2 months ago, or a month and a half ago, I started to talk about SHNT. And when we rose to the top 24, you know, the top trading volume in the last, whatever it was, 24 hours for the past, you know, 3-4 days in a row, I just started to look and I was like, oh shit, what tokens are there? And sure enough, it was Ghostly, it was TRAC, and another one, you know. And then I was like, yo, okay, cool. What use cases do they have right now? Turns out there was none. There was none. Listen, again, Ghostly, I think, is a really cool tech. It is. The ability to swap your tokens to get some other shit, you know, some other tokens to sell is amazing. But what does that got to do with the token? Now, maybe that changed today. I haven't really looked up on them the past 2 months. But back then, it has nothing to do with the token. You guys are mistaking the tech for the token. So people are like, oh, yeah, oh, shit. This swap decks of, like, going to centralized exchanges or whatever it is amazing. Let me buy the token. But you're mistaking the tech for the token once again. So I had to bring that to people's attention. Then I looked at TRAC. It's off of a reputation and not in fact, brother. Whether you like it or not, that's the harsh reality. Fanboys will be fanboys. They don't want to hear the truth. They just want to hear the things that they want to hear. That's the problem. They blow wherever the wind blows, whatever's popular. You know what I'm saying? So I started to talk about that, and not even in a negative way, in a factual way, you know, in my videos. And we start to get, you know, shit was trending on Twitter. You know, we were for about 3-4 days, we were the top traded coin on Unisat. Our collection was the top trading on Unisat, which is nothing to really boast about. And then what happened? Even after all that, when I talked about TRAC, just being honest about it, I got this. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? It's TRAC. What do you want? Hey, let's form a partnership once again. Okay? So they come with this partnership once again when they see me fucking doing my thing. And this is what we had to call on the phone, right here in this car. And I was open to it. I said, okay, cool. Let's see what's up. And this had nothing to do with the pre-sale, because, you know, and that was already done by then. You know, that was closed out. So then they wanted to talk to me about how we could partner this and that. And I said, hey, look, you know, I would love to help you guys out, you know. You guys don't really have much of a use case right now. And as I was going on with my next sentence, one of the developers, I showed in a screenshot on the video there, I forget I don't know his name. He started to get personal, like an emotional child. Like a real man could control his emotions. He got like very personal, and he's like, why do you say we have no use case? I'm like, well, okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. Then could you tell me what is your use case? And then he's like, well, if you have TRAC, you could become a validator. And I'm like, oh, how much validators you got? He's like, oh, right now we don't have none. I said, okay, so you don't have a use case. And then he's like, oh, well, it's not that. It's like, they start to like digress a bit, and he's like, well, it's not that. It's not how, you know, we're actually catering for businesses more than we are for the retailer. And then I'm like, right away, I threw back at him. I said, well, how many businesses own fucking TRAC? And I was like, crickets. I was like, exactly, not one. You think any motherfucking business holds TRAC right now, bro? Anybody here talking to me right now, watching this video? You think any fucking business is holding a single token of TRAC? It's a bunch of fucking little kids, children who don't know how investing works. Then I said, hey, look, how would I do you a favor? And the people who pumped TRAC up based off of your reputation, right, of this great indexer, how about I give them a use case by allowing them to inscribe for cheap at about 20%? Right? I'm sure they're going to inscribe some other shit in the future. I'll put TRAC into my system and I'll allow them to get 20% discount, bro. They didn't want none of it. They didn't care about it. What they really wanted was for me to talk about TRAC and TAP and NAT and PIPE. This guy's making all these fucking tokens for what? If you look at the true OGs in the space, Domo, even Casey, although I have some, you know, I don't agree with everything with Casey, but hey, you got to respect Casey. Come on, or else we won't be here. Dude, they made, you know, like Domo made BRC20s and he rode off in the horizon. He's done. Let the people do what they want to do. I think he's helping out with some layer 2s, you know, giving them advice. If we look at Casey, you know, he did the ordinals thing, and now he's come with his first real thing here, which is runes. You know, he's like, okay, well, you know, BRC has its limitations. Maybe I could add towards that with runes. And that's that. You see that? Do you see them making fucking 4 or 5 different tokens for what? You know, and when you look at fucking TAP with this pre-sale, God knows how many tokens he's keeping. They're gonna fucking dump on you guys at some point. So you guys are useful slaves, bro, at the end of the day. Okay? It's like the government. Like, I'll tell my mom the government is fucking corrupt. Nobody talking about. Why would you say that? She look on the fucking news, which is Fox News and CNN, trying to tell you how good the government is taking care of you, and we all know they're fucking corrupt. Well, when these little children put on fucking YouTube and to see fucking influencers talking about TAP like it's so fucking great, it's the same exact fucking story. And they're taking care of businesses, and now you, just like mainstream media, you dumb fucks, deserve a fucking, Anyways, and you know, somebody's asking me about, like, why don't you drop the receipts? And I'll tell you this, it's because, I'll tell you the goddamn truth, I don't give a shit. I got better than screenshots. I got voice clips, bro. That's going to tell you the exact story. And when they were contacting me during my break, what did I say? I was like, look, bro, honestly, like, you know, I'll look into it. It's cool. Thank you for, you know, reaching out to me. But I'm working on my own thing right now. And, you know, it's going to be very hard for me to do that. I can't come back to the tube empty-handed, meaning with my own Sats Hunters protocol, right? It's all there. It'll actually make me look so much better. You know, but I don't give a fuck about public perception. I know what's going on. I know what the game's really about. And I can position myself to fucking bank coin. Because I know what really is happening behind the scenes. Most of you guys don't. Trust me. So, yeah, back to why I don't drop these screenshots and things is because I actually respect that one team member. The guy who says, I put him onto BRC20s, he made a blog about me and Blockrunner, and now he's part of their team. I actually respect him. But I can't respect the team. And in our conversations, it was through him. And I don't want him to think that how, you know, I'm doing something to attack him, because I'm not. But if it comes down to it, and I gotta show these things, I gotta do what I gotta do, I hope he understands, you know? But I'm hoping it doesn't come to that point. Because trust me, bro, they're gonna look really fucking bad. So what is my point out of all of this? The moral of the story is, they gathered a bunch of small-time influencers early last year to talk about this thing, this decentralized indexer that doesn't exist. It dawned on me when we started trade, when SHNT started to be traded at the #1 token. I started to look at what are the #1 tokens and why is it being traded. There's no demand for TRAC. There's no demand for Ghostly. It doesn't do nothing. It's a governance token that gives you airdrop for another token, which means that how it's borderline very scamish. I'll tell you why. Because if you need a token, right? If you need 2 tokens to give 1 token a use case, it undermines the intelligence of the user, which means that first token is not independent on its own, right? It's like last 3 years when you get into these fucking NFTs, oh, get into this NFT project, it's a cool art, and then we'll give you whitelist for the next NFT project, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. That's your use case? Verbal shit? That's whack, bro. So, for me, that's all I'll tell y'all. I hope they come up with this fucking decentralized indexer. People are saying it's the chain link of Bitcoin. What are you smoking? Again, you guys are going off of fucking reputation, not facts. Let's talk about in fact. Here's my TRAC tokens. I want to use this damn decentralized indexer. Nobody can fucking answer it. The facts are they raised $4.2 million for a freaking protocol. That's not the Bitcoin culture. The facts are they don't give a shit about you. They care about businesses. Okay? You guys pumped TRAC. You guys gave it a fucking name. I'm trying to give you a use case and people want to come after me. Get wrecked. And that's that. And if it comes down to it, I will release the information. If it comes down to it, I don't care. I can't, like, again, I don't like, I do have a heart, I have a soul, and I don't want that guy to feel like I'm doing something against him, because it's not nothing against that guy. He's a good guy. But the entire whole procedure and how they got here, what are you guys trading? Like, again, go look at the top 15 cryptocurrencies right now. They all have a daily use case. That's why they're there, because they're needed. Okay, you look at freaking, Ethereum, you look at Polygon, you look at all these things. You need that to use the damn blockchain, right? So that's why they're ranking high up. What the fuck is a useless coin like TRAC that you can't even use every single day, that has no demand, no utility, doing at the top in trading volume? And then he talks about fucking buyback program, aka wash fucking trading. That's what really struck with me when he complained that how, he was accusing Merlin Chain of wash trading, when he be doing the wash trading. That's why you're up there, bro. These guys have an ego problem. They need to have their token always at the top of these sort of like statistics so they can look back at it. There's a reason why, Unisat don't give a fuck about NAT and TAP and pipe. They don't give a fuck about that. It's useless. Trust me. Okay? Or else it already would have been on fucking Unisat. And people talking about how, what's going to happen? Buddy, it's going to be dead. It's going to be dead. That's why he's acting out like this. Talking about this one's a scam. Do you think Jeff or anybody else who is very confident in their value proposition is going to look at something else like that, like him, and act out a fool and say it's a scam? He's vexed that everybody else was talking about it, and before, when he manufactured this hype with small influencers, everyone was talking about TAP and that. But guess what, buddy? You're not the hottest chick in the room anymore. Yeah. So now he's acting a fool. Facts. I know the game, bro. I know this game. I've been in it for 7 years, every fucking day of my life. How about you? Now, since that close run is out the way, what do you guys got for me in the live chat? I didn't eat breakfast as yet, so I ain't looking that sharp. Not feeling that sharp either. Omni Queen, how you doing? Francis doing Uncensored. I like how you say it. Do smash the like buttons, guys. We're bringing Jeff on the program. You guys can ask him whatever you want. I'll do it on your behalf. What car do you drive? Why you guys keep asking? Who cares, bro? It's a Cadillac Escalade V Series. Very hard to get. What? The NFT I promised you? If you're talking about the Bitfinity, I sent that already. And I think you even gave me the thumbs up. Unless you're talking about something else. I don't know what NFT I promised anybody else other than that. He's driving a Ford Cortina. Shit, whatever. That's cool. Big up the Fords. What's this? Can we still get into Merlin allocation? There's no allocation here. If you look at how they chopped up the token economics, 20% was going to this particular program. They had some staking, farming, activity, whatever, and that was that. I think they have 20% for their own investors as well for liquidity. So that's how that works, So the allocation is for you to actually make your team. I think now there's a 15-member team, and if you guys own assets, then you will get points that equals tokens that equals Merlin tokens. Elbe says, what's up? What's up, Elbe? Do smash the like buttons, guys. Come on, man. We got over 100 people here and only 48 likes. That's not cool. You're breaking my heart, man. In order to be successful in this space, you have to have the right mind. And if your mind is broken and you're in love and you're blinded by what everybody else is doing, you're going to end up like everybody else. Look at the real world. Everybody else did what they were told to do. They went to school. They got an education. They got married. They bought a home. They listened to what the government had to say. And the government said, if you do all these things and you save your money, you will live happily ever after. Right? If you put yourself and position yourself to be like everybody else, how the heck are you going to be different and unique? right? So my point is, don't listen to what everybody's telling you is good, is bad, is not. As I said, you have one single tool. It's your fucking brain. You know? Pause for a moment and use that brain and think. Okay? Don't have no emotions in anything you do when it comes to money, bro. You're going to be disappointed. You're never going to fucking make money in this space. I'm telling you the truth. Look who I am. I'm myself. I say what I mean what I say. I do my research. I have conviction. Look where it's gotten me. Anybody who's been following me for a matter of years, go check my old videos and see how I upgraded my life. I don't even do paid fucking reviews. I don't do that shit. I invest the same way you guys can invest. That's how we got into Ordi. That's how we got into fucking all these BRC things. Maybe even more money. You know? I'll strike up deals if I see something that looks good. I'll get you guys in. And you guys know this. Come on. My community members know this. You know? And I saw, it's so dumb. I saw this one, you know, it was a tweet made by one of the TRAC guys, some community member, and he's like, he reposted what I said about how I get my community members into, you know, these pre-sales and IDOs as much as I can. That's another reason why I turned on tap, because I couldn't, you know. And he was like, I think he just exposed himself. He says he does pre-sales and dumps on his people. So now we're dealing with people who can't even read English, you know. They don't understand what I'm saying, so it's even that much worse. Okay, cool. Maybe English is not your first language. I get that. That's fine, and that's fair. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, though, that English isn't your first language. And then somebody tried to explain, no, I could say this. Vincent, it was Vincent. No, I could say this for certain. He does get his community into these pre-sales and shares his allocation. And the guy was like, well, he's not a gatekeeper for pre-sales. He can't do that. No, that's impossible. I want to block you. Then another guy came and said, no, I can vouch for this as well. He does this. And then another guy comes and says, no, he did this with Orange. Anybody who's watching this stream right now, did you get into Orange's IDO because of me? Let me know right now. Okay, we're talking about the pre-sale, the IDO. Did you get into that because of me? Let me know right now. Okay, it's almost like the next thing the guy's gonna tell us, 2 + 2 is fucking potatoes. That's what we're dealing with over here, bro. The type of intellect, the low IQ people we're dealing with here. He's gonna tell us 2 + 2 is potatoes. Trust me. Skin in the game. What's up, Adam? How you doing? Cobalt Blue Lights, you up, dude. Definitely your color, bro. Oh, yeah. All good, all good. LB says, Davis, did you set a date for when to go live? Davis, the pressure's on you. Ask Thomas those questions still. So Thomas is, well, I'm dealing directly with the devs too. Thomas is more so, that's his job. He's also dealing with bookkeeping, with, you know, the ordinals and such. So we got that there. Somebody was asking us, why don't we burn 100% of the supply in terms of the payments we get? And at first we were going to do that. That's a very good question, by the way. But the reason why we decided not to do that is because I showed you guys screenshots of, you know, centralized exchanges emailing us, like the MXECs of the world and the Bitmarts of the world. I just want to say Bitmap, you know. And what they ask for is tokens up front. But little do they know that this is fair launch. There's no team tokens here, unlike TAP, you know. So we can't give you tokens. I had to go and mint this just like everybody else minted it. And by the way, we gave the community a 50% head start of the supply, and then we start to mint. And I even bought some off of the market earlier back in the day. Okay, so that's what they don't understand. So it's almost like saying, oh, you want to go provide liquidity for something where you need to give like your own personal portfolio up. That doesn't make sense. So we decided to only burn 75%. Well, not only, but to burn 75% and keep the remaining 25% of the you know, payments coming in for these centralized exchange listings, for future development as well. You know, and that's a small percentage, really. You know, I would say 20% will have to go to these centralized exchanges depending on what they want. And it's not just one, it's going to be multiple. So, you know, you're going to need that as well to give them for the order books. I'm not a firm believer in centralized exchanges when it comes to BRCs. I'm just pretty much, you know, listing tokens in general. Decentralized exchanges is where it's at from a safety standpoint. But also, when you give these guys these tokens, they sell. You know, so you see an initial hit before you see an up. But if you could dodge that initial hit, obviously you want to see more price discovery organically and token appreciation much faster. Do smash the like buttons, whether you don't like me, whether you like me, or whether you're kind of like, you know, neutral. You gotta appreciate the realism. You gotta appreciate me speaking from the heart, saying what I mean what I say, straight up. I think there's a lot of that missing out here in the land of crypto YouTube and Twitter. Okay, so what we got here? Crypto Elf says, much love fam, 2024, we're going to make even more wealth. Laser eyes, diamond hands. There we go. Now we're talking. Fabio says, yo bro, what's up Fabio? Thank you for joining. Any questions, let me know, ladies and gentlemen. I want some questions. Okay, I already answered that one about Merlin. Yeah, I would ask him about the military grade. So I actually owned a Cobalt wallet years ago, 4 years ago. And they have this like, dude, it's almost like a mini safe. It's like this iron freaking block of something and you put the wallet in there. I don't know if that's what they mean by the military industrial grade, but it is institution. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. Appreciate y'all. Once again, we are giving away 0.01 M Bitcoin if you go to Twitter and you do leave your comment on that specific tweet on why you think or don't think Merlin Chain is good. Let us know. Fine Print says, thanks. Is there any way to get into MERL other than buying it on the DEX? I'll tell you guys this right now, to be honest. I am actually, me personally, okay, I'm not telling you to do this. This is what I'm doing. I personally am looking forward to buying MERL on the DEX. Now, there's so many people getting into this, you know, Merlin, what's it called? The Merlin seal, right? So many words in my head now. The Merlin seal. So many people is getting into it. Yes, the 20% is nice, but it is getting a bit diluted. Let's be honest here. I'm a realist, as I tell you guys. I call it for what it is, how my eyes see it. And, you know, I think there may be a good opportunity to buy it now as well. But then again, you might have to deal with a bunch of, you got to beat a lot of people to that punch, because I'm sure there's a lot of people thinking the same thing. But nonetheless, we're going to see how it goes, take it day by day. But that's something to definitely consider. LB says, HODL SHNT from minting, and I was waiting for this moment. Wednesday should be tattooed. There we go. There we go. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Is that Valentine's Day, by the way? No, I think it is. Oh, yeah, it is Valentine's Day. There we go. That's our Valentine's gift, if that's the case, if that's what Thomas says. We do appreciate you guys for joining us here in the mobile college, aka this, the ride. Catholic, couldn't afford for MERL, but made the cut for Aura and J. There we go. Or Defiant still much. There we go. So there's one confirmation that we do share our allocation. That's how we do it around here. As I said to people in the past, yeah, you could go to the club alone and have some fun, but when you go to the club and you're going to be partying with a group of friends, it's that much more fun, all right? So that's what we'll be doing in these pre-sales and these IDOs. We're going to the club with our community, and we're going to ball out. KY Effect, I hope the BRC20 pick back up. Yeah, that's a good point, too. I would say this, right? I think we could see more BRC20s being minted, because now if you look at what Merlin is doing, where you could actually bridge them over their layer 1 assets and utilize them up there, right? That's what's going to happen. I think we will see, you know, why is it stagnant a bit? Is because the lack of utility, the lack of functionality, and the inconvenience of trading in a marketplace structure. That is the truth. And we thought Alex Lab could have fixed this, and big shout out to Alex Lab. None around Alex Lab. You know, if you hold that token, when we told you guys about that early last year, you're laughing to the bank. You got, you know, you're checking into the teller, and you're smiling. She wants to know if you eat a banana sideways. Okay? Straight up. But the problem with Alex Lab and Stacks at the moment, and I'm sure this will be fixed once the Nakamoto blocks is released, is it's almost like, people say it's a Bitcoin layer 2. I say it's a Bitcoin under layer 2. Don't say that too loud. I know JK Sats is going to come, you know, debate me and wreck me. JK Sats is one of the guys that could debate good. If you're watching JK, I salute you. I don't want to get wrecked by JK. But anyways, so, you know, when people finally realize that, you know, in our early experience here using the likes of Merlin Chain, that you could now create BRC20s, okay, on layer 1, then you bridge them over to Merlin Chain and trade them in a much streamlined, fast pace, you know, structure, and then you could come back down to layer 1. Now we're talking, because layer 1 assets are going to be the valuable assets. It's kind of like having an office. You got 2 floors. You got the first floor, you got the second floor, right? Maybe the second floor of your office is to do certain other tasks, I don't know what it is. And then the first floor is like you're on your computer. That's your desk. Upstairs is, I don't know what you do up there. Maybe conference room. Maybe you research. Maybe, I don't know what you do, right? There's different use cases for each floor. I see it as layer 1 is where you create the assets on Bitcoin. And that's where the value is, because it's layer 1 Bitcoin assets. And then where you have the most activity is these layer 2 or side chains, right? Because where are we seeing the stagnant sort of like, you know, pain points is when it comes to inscribing with fees, right? And when it comes to getting into the next mint as well, but also the trading experience, in my opinion, is not a good experience at all. So I think the scalability will be fixed, and that's what we'll see up there, man. So yeah, there's a good chance that we get more BRC20s being minted and having more, you know, capabilities. And also, I think, you know, you could create other use cases. Let's just say you mint a BRC20 token on layer 1. Now you got that pure layer 1 asset. Now you want to take that to layer 2. So you mint layer 1, you go layer 2, you could trade it seamlessly. You could probably create utility for it up there, utilizing these ZK rollups. And then all that activity happens there, and then you come back down to layer 1, and if you want to get precious Bitcoin, you could do it like that too, right? So we'll see. It's very interesting to see how things would unfold. Nobody knows for certain, but there's a lot of optimism now because of the likes of Merlin Chain and others, and B Squared Network, and, you know, others out there. They're not the only one, but we got to admit, man, Merlin Chain is where it's at right now. B Squared Network or B2 Network is where it's at right now. It's just the facts. They got the crowd, they got the volume, they got the attention, lights, camera, action, everything's on them, man. So you can't deny that. Okay, what else we got here? We got fine print again. On the side, it looks like you still can, but in this video, it says we only had up to yes. Sorry, I don't know what that question was pertaining to. I'm pumped for what's coming, boys. Silva Dalla, how's it going, bro? Hope you're doing good, man. Good morning, Francis. Always delivering truth. I appreciate you. Benny the Devil, LB says. Bro, his profile pic, you know what's funny, bro? Okay. I'm going to say it anyways. One person, I was like, what did I say? Something about a meme. Oh, yeah. My original comment was, TRAC is a meme coin in disguise, right? And then somebody says, you're a meme coin. And I said, well, I'm going to make the first meme coin on tap and call it $pedo. And I put the picture of fucking, of that guy. His Discord pic, bro. You are a fucking anon. And out of all the pictures in the world you could choose to represent yourself, you choose that shit? A pedophile looking motherfucker? Come on, bro. You can't tell me that shit don't look like a pedophile. So that's what I did. I threw that back at them. I said, hey, I'm going to drop the first meme coin on tap and call it pedo and use this fucking profile pic. You gotta just shut the fuck up. So don't say I'm a meme coin. And guess what? That shit probably would pump over 100x. Dude, that's the ultimate fucking diss. If I actually was to drop the first meme coin on tap and use that profile pic of that dude looking like a pedophile and call it $PEDO, and I guarantee you that shit would pump. Fuck. Here goes my phone. Francis, dude, Uncensored. We don't give a fuck around here. Over here, we speak our mind. We don't give a fuck. Straight up. Okay, so let me get caught up a bit. Seriously, of all the fucking pictures in the world you could choose, you gotta choose that pedophile looking motherfucking picture? What's wrong with you, bro? I like JKL. I have, oh man. I got a charger in my die. Oh shit. There we go. That was plugged in. Hopefully we're good for a little bit. Okay. Bullish on TRAC, that's okay for you. Bullish on shit, that's okay for you too. You gotta choose what you think is the right move here. That's all. Again, just keep in mind, once again, any smart person will know, you know, you gotta look for these ones. You know, a lower market cap token obviously has much more potential than something that's, you know, at whatever. It's like, how much more than us? I think like 30 times X more, bro. If you want gains, bro, you're looking at the wrong one, that's all. But if you want to go where the wind is blowing and what everyone's saying, then I guess you're in the right place. So go ahead, do what you gotta do, and that's fine. Hey, look, maybe it would give you a couple more X's, but don't expect much more, bro. Especially when they're minting fucking pipe, they're minting NAT and fucking TRAC, and they're jumping all over the fucking place. TRAC is not even their baby anymore. They don't really care about that anymore. They're focusing on all these other tokens, bro. So you need to get into something that's a low cap, that actually is being focused on that alone, instead of having all this bunch of fucking tokens doing pre-sales and shit, bro. Fucking retarded. You guys don't know anything, man. Seriously, I'm sorry, but it's okay. It's okay. You'll learn the hard way. What we got here? Yeah, let's talk about Gelios. So, yeah, thanks for asking that. Again, if they actually are going to do what they're going to do and become this first Rune-based blockchain, bullish as shit. Now, yeah, they had a delay, or they said they're going to pause stuff or whatever. One of my community members in the Sats Hunters private chat asked me to reach out to the guy, which I found out who he was. His name is Zach. And I messaged him. I said, hey, look, why the delay? He was talking about they want to add dexes on some games. I don't know if that's true or not or what. That's the excuse I got. And I was like, hey, look, let's do a live stream interview and let's get to the matter. You know, let's talk about these things and what you guys want to offer. And he goes, okay, I'll get somebody who'll do the live stream. So maybe his marketing guy, I don't know what. So we're gonna wait on that and see what happens. So that's the update there, and I love to hear what they got to say. I love to know more about them. And I think, again, bro, I said this before, I'll say this one last time. Runes is going to have the most hype ever we've seen in this space, and if they actually deliver that, we're going to see that token valuation go up a lot as well. People are going to hop on that, and maybe you could actually send your runes up there. I don't know, we'll see. This is why I want to talk to the guy and see what he says. Okay, we do have a super chat, I believe. I'll come back here. Bro, you don't want me to talk about Paul's Chain, bro. Street Guru, trust me, but I appreciate the $2. Trust me, you don't want me to talk about Paul's Chain. Maybe I would in a bit. Let me just get back to where I was. I missed the one here, sorry. We do appreciate you for joining. If you're now joining us, we will be sitting down with Jeff, the founder of Merlin Chain, this Wednesday at 11 a.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. Do check us out. You can ask your burning questions here on the stream or message Devis in our lobby chat and give him your questions, and I'll take it down and I'll ask Jeff. Those sunglasses are a depreciating asset. You are correct. But if it's only worth 0.0000000000001% of your portfolio, I don't care about the brand, but it's durable and it actually has a nice shade to it. So it serves its purpose, let's just say. You know, I got very sensitive eyes and I need a good pair of sunglasses. But you are correct. So is a car, right? Now, why did I go ahead and buy a Cadillac Escalade V-Series? Because, well, I wasn't in the market for that. I was actually, as you can tell, it's a 3-row seat. 1, 2, 3. I had my second child, and anybody who has children here, especially if you have more than one, when you're driving, there's a car seat here, and another car seat here. And when they're both crying, going at it, you could barely fit in the middle to calm them down. And you got two kids whining, crying in your ears, bro, when you're driving, and it's not a pleasant feeling. So obviously, you know, we needed a 3rd row. Went to the, you know, dealership looking for another car. Saw the Escalade, fell in love with it, and wasn't even in the market for an Escalade. Wasn't even in the market for a V-Series. And I saw the, you know, was able to get a V-Series, which is very hard to get. You can't, even if you have the money for it, you can't get it, bro. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna buy it, and fuck, love it. But again, it's just a car, who cares? Okay, yeah, so this is where we were. Sorry, let me come down. We have Mailman BTC. Good morning, Francis. Always delivering the truth. You know how we do it around here? No teleprompters, bro. No scripts. No paid reviews. Just the goods. Okay. SHNT is not pumping. Shall we sell or what? You could sell, you could buy, you could watch. We haven't started anything with SHNT. After the last whatever month and a half when we did. If you look at when we actually was marketing SHNT, what happened? SHNT was at what? 3 cents. Went all the way up to 23 cents just because of me alone. Me alone, without a product out there. And then the Jubilee update came, so we're like, okay, fuck, we gotta change around our entire indexer, do all these things, try to add all these other features. So now we're done with that. You know, and obviously, whatever, started to do his thing, went back, it's at what, 12 cents right now, 13 cents, 15, whatever it is, because I'm not there showcasing it. But if I show, like, if, again, when I was there, look what happened. Nothing's guaranteed. And the beautiful thing about, you know, about SHNT and the SHNT ecosystem is when you actually have intrinsic value that people are going to be using and we're going to be burning the token, the mechanics of it all, the game theory of it all, the true intrinsic value, the utility of it all does the work for you. You don't care about, you know, approaching shills, all these things, you know, and I know people will talk about it anyways, which is great. Because if they're not doing their followers any favors, right? Again, so me by myself was able to get it to trend. Go check out my shorts. People thought I did a Photoshop, and that's why I made a video. So we are very confident in our value proposition. You know, think about it like this: Unisat, okay, and another person out there or tool out there, they have a membership, and Unisat's, let's call it OG Pass. It goes for fucking 1 Bitcoin. The last time I checked, you're only getting 15% off of their service fees. 1 Bitcoin. Ours is 0.015, and you're getting 100% of the service fees taken away. And we are competitive in our fees, right? When it comes to Unisat, and others out there too. But again, I want to say this: Unisat are the OGs. If it wasn't for Unisat, we will not be where we are today. Everybody here. So it's not about competition with Unisat. We don't really see much competition out there because there's no inscription full-on suit that's utilizing BRC20 tokens and ordinals as form of payments. Why is that important? Because we wanted to create utility and value for the BRC20 space, a space that's lacking it, that doesn't have much utility in it. That was our goal, and we fucking nailed it. Okay, and I want to make that clear. Our goal isn't to be the cheapest, the most competitive in fees, which we are pretty competitive. Our goal was to add utility to a space that's lacking it. And we could add utility to other, you know, BRCs out there, right? That's tied into a technology that's going to be utilized the most in ordinals, where we're going to have support for runes and all these other things that are, you know, going to be trendy later on. So you might want to consider this, okay? If the Sats Hunters token in my absence, because I was busy with my devs over the past few months before I came back on camera, was at 3 cents. And when I came back and I showed people a glimpse of what it could do in the videos, go check it out on Twitter. We did some on YouTube. And it rose all the way to fucking 23 cents. Putting our minters, people who minted it, at 66.3x. What the fuck you think is going to happen when we come with a product, when we do full scale marketing? It's going to fucking go down with the fucking 3 cents? Come on, bro. What else we got here? And by the way, I'm just a community member in the entire Sats Hunters ecosystem. And I'm just the loudest motherfucker in the community. Don't call me a founder. I'm not a founder of Sats Hunters, right? I'm not. It's a community-driven thing. For the people who are new here, I'll say this one last time. The way BRC20s works, it's a fair launch. It's first come, first serve. There's no team tokens. There's a max mint, 1,000 in this case per mint. So if I wanted to get in on it, I had to mint 1,000. If Joe wanted to get on it, he had to mint 1,000, the max, or 1, or 50, up to 1,000. So I had to go through the same process as every single buddy who's holding it. Okay? I want to make that clear. There's no VCs, there's no pre-sale, none. So don't say your token. I'm just part of the community. I'm the loudest mofo out here. That's it. I decided to make utility from it by building a technology. Okay? So please, get your facts right. Don says, Captain Francis live. What's up, Don? Hope you're doing good. Okay, what we got here? Okay, what's this? Let me go down. I'm way behind. I'm reading the same messages again. Looking forward to having you on. Oh yeah, Ordinal Support Desk, brother. That's right. So, okay. Now I got a wrench through at me, so to speak, in terms of my schedule. I definitely will come on your program. I promise you that. And there's a couple others asking me to come on too on theirs. I just have the interview now with Jack on Wednesday, and we're going to be launching our Sats Hunters tool as well. So maybe this week might be off. I did tell you we'll connect over the weekend, after the weekend, which is today. Hit me up on Twitter, please. DM me, and we'll coordinate. But I definitely will come on, bro. I promise you I would. I hear really good things about your space, so I would love to join you. Okay. Oh man, I'm messing up over here. Yeah, here we go. Shep says, hi, Francis. Francis tells the truth. He is one hell of a genuine guy. I appreciate you guys. You know, the people that probably swear are the ones who are most passionate and speaking the truth. You know, and I don't try to swear. It just happens. As I say, I don't watch what I say when I'm talking to my friends. You know what I mean? Like how I talk to my buddies on the phone. I don't have to think about what I'm going to say next. And that's somebody being honest in what they believe in and what they're trying to, you know, get their message across. And that's what I'm doing here. I've been always doing this. Go check it out. Check out my videos from like 4 years ago. The same emotions, the same speech, the same passion, everything. Nothing about me changed, ever changed, and never would change. Before, I was a fucking broke-ass bitch, and now I got some money, made a few million in my crypto career, and I'm still the same dude. Still the same dude. Seen projects come, seen projects go. Seen fanboys fall in love with devs, CEOs, see them devs and CEOs go. I'm still fucking standing out here with my first and last name for the last 7 years. So I'm seeing the same rerun happen again and again. It's all good, you know, so whatever. How do you get B2 Network? I made a video on that. You're gonna have to get into the Buzz program, or you could do tasks in the Odyssey program, which is a pain in the balls, trying to get like testnet tokens. So if you have a little bit of Bitcoin, you might want to consider the Buzz program. Anybody has a Buzz program link, drop it here if you want. You could share it with him. He could use your link. Okay, how do you feel about Hoo-Hoo? Hoo-Hoo is going cuckoo for you and me. For you and me. That didn't rhyme. I don't know. I haven't looked at cuckoo recently. I think it took a dip maybe. It should have by now because it was going up and up and up. Like with these meme coins, it's very early, and it was the first one with the massive trading volume. I personally was going after some, you know, short-term gains with adding liquidity in hopes of getting the Merlin swap token and hopefully some Merlin as well. And sure enough, 2 days later, they did tell us in a Medium post that how that would be the case. So, yeah, that's my take on that. Would it pump more? Most likely. When that's going to happen, who knows? But that's up to you to decide. You know, I think we're going to see a lot more liquidity come into Merlin Chain, and that's when you can see the real action start. But until then, you have to make your own judgment. Okay, what else we got here? What? Let's celebrate their 5th super on live stream. Oh shit, that was you. So now YouTube, sorry bro. So Street Guru, this is your 5th super chat on live stream. Thank you. YouTube tells me let's celebrate. How do I do that? Ah shit, I almost banned you. Fuck, my bad. I don't know how to do that. Oh, there we go. I liked it. Oh, cool. YouTube has some more functionality here. Awesome. Okay. Got diamond nuts on my ORNJ IDO I got from Francis. Ready for the Ortify, brother? Yes, there you go. So it is confirmed. We got Bit Dutch Crypto in the house. Holy shit, live again. Fire. Did I miss important things other than we're going to have Jeff on the program this Wednesday, you know, at 11 a.m. You know, that's probably the main talking point there, but you should know what I'm about. We talk about TRAC, we talk about Sats Hunters, etc. Shaban Francis, have you been blessed with 2 kids and having nice family? You help and educate people. You deserve to be happy. Thank you so much, and I'm so happy for that. Really am. Got healthy children, got a good wife. You know, financially I'm okay. Health-wise I'm okay. Educating people, like you said. You know, might come across a little bit rough, but that's who I am at times. Again, I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and I'm not going to change. When I'm happy, I'm happy. I'd be doing snow angels when we'd be hitting 100Xs. Go ask my guys. Snow angels. I dance. You know, when Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high, we have a DJ party. Like, I just am who I am, bro. Love me or hate me, I don't care. I ain't going to change for anybody. The pedo. The pedo, bro. That's going to get trendy. The pedo tooth. Ah, damn. Okay. So we are in talks with the project right now. We'll see what becomes of it. We do think it has a lot of potential, and yeah, it's another Bitcoin DeFi project, so we'll see what's up with that. We just have initial talks. Tell them about roti and doubles, boy. How you mean? Don't forget about the curry duck, eh? With the slight pepper on the side. That's my Trini accent, guys. If Francis had the receipt, he would have shown them. Okay, John, you notice why I didn't block you from Twitter? I didn't block you from my live streaming or my YouTube? Because I don't care. Like you can say what you want to say. But I don't know if you missed earlier part of the stream here, John. So there's an individual who works with the TRAC team who I actually respect and is a good individual. But, you know, I feel sorry for him because he's a useful slave for the TRAC team. And they're sending him to come after me, to come and partner and give me pre-sale allocation to talk about them, to partner. And, you know, I think one person was telling me, why would they want to sit down with you? And then in that video, again, but you guys probably didn't look at it because you just want to hear the things you want to hear and make your comment and then tell everybody, look, he's talking shit. Don't even look at the video and just go straight to the comment section, okay? Or watch like 2% of the video. In that video, there was a screenshot of myself and 3 TRAC members in there. It says Francis TRAC at the top, and the owner of that chat was the TRAC member, not me. So they made a group. They invited me to come to talk about a partnership. Okay, on the 3rd fucking occasion. So now people were saying, why would they sit down with you? I just showed you there was a chat, but now it went from that to, well, now you're still lying. It never happened. They didn't offer you these things, bro. As I said, if it comes and if shit hits the fan, and I have to do this, I'll do it. And I'll tell the guy who I actually respect, who is one of the members of the TRAC team, sorry, brother, nothing personal, but I got to do what I got to do. But I don't want it to get to that point because you're going to hear his voice, you're going to hear my voice in the voice clips, and you're going to see the screenshots of things that he might feel bad about. So I'm taking the high road here for that individual. You know what I'm saying? Because I do have a heart still. Okay, I may come across like a cold-blooded murderer sometimes, but I do have a heart, you know, and I don't want that guy to feel bad about things. I'm trying to expose him because it's not about him. He is just a useful slave to the TRAC team, okay, and that's that. Why is it so hard to believe that I was offered allocation and you weren't? You're a fucking useful slave, John. You're the community member. They need you to do these things for people like me. They need to gather a bunch of people like you to go shoot down the truth. Again, this is how mainstream media works. When you have, you know, a lot of people talking about something, they shoot down the truth by having people attacking them, right? So I don't care, bro, what you think. I don't. Now, again, if it comes down to it, I'll do these things. But I got so much going on for me in a constructive manner that I need to direct that energy towards that. And I think I've already proven the point. So, hey, if it comes down to it, we'll do it. I don't care. I'll just reach out to that guy and I'll tell him, hey, bro, you know, sorry, man. You know, I gotta do what I gotta do. No hard feelings. It is what it is. But when you hear the voice clips, it's gonna make me look even much more better. And I'll give you a context to one. When they were asking me to talk about it when I was off camera, I was like, look, bro, I'm working on my own thing right now, and I don't want to come back to YouTube empty-handed. And I gotta come back with the goods. I can't talk about other people's shit right now. And I didn't like the fucking investing periods, and I didn't like the protocol. Dude, anybody for the most case would have taken that fucking allocation, bro, in a heartbeat. Not me. It is what it is, man. So, yeah, we already discussed that. So, go back to the, you know, rewind the live stream if you want to see it. Okay, what do we got here now, guys? We are going for over an hour. KY Effect, so true, never changed, been following you for years, appreciate you, brother. Francis for B2 Network, do you start mining immediately? No, it depends on how you get the parts, and then you could activate them, and then after that, you could, I think at some point you'll be able to mine it. This guy, John, you're talking about a few percentages, bro. You're talking about 100% when we're talking about 100x over here. That's about to come. Whether you like it or not, TRAC's best days is behind them from a gainer standpoint. Okay, like, right? If you understand math, whether you're in love with the project or not, you should be able to understand this one point at least. Okay, as I said, a lot of people don't use the only tool that they have really, which is the fucking brain. Okay, they're going with he said, she said. Sit down for a second and tell me this. You got something at 100 million market cap, something sitting at a 3 million market cap that has so much more room to grow, that's led by a bad man who's been in the space from the beginning, that onboarded so many people to BRC20s, that it's about to drop the most utilized token in BRC20s, bro. That's at a $3 million market cap. We got extras upon extras to make, and you're going to be sitting there saying, holy shit, this fucking dude was right, once again. We'll see what happens. Anyhow, yeah. So that's not there. So we believe you. KYFX says cool. Shin to the moon, cool. Bro, I did get an orange because of you, cool. All I do is make people money. Money, 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 money. Again, SHNT Minters 66.3x from the all-time high when we were at about 22 cents. And the real gains, and the real game is about to happen. So you know what? There really much left to see other than until the next video. You're on your own. Later.